sci-fi mini menon. There was a time when doctors would squirm at the mention of unconventional therapies, but new research and the knowledge that it can help has changed all that. In fact, alternative therapies are today used to complement treatments of even ailments like cancer and neurological problems. On the show today, we take a look at one such pioneering attempt, a unique therapy that has benefited children with brain disorders. Also on the show, some pulls and stretches to tone your body. There may be new hope for children suffering with serious brain disorders like autism, Down syndrome and cerebral palsy. A physician in Pune has combined Ayurveda and homeopathy to develop a new drug-based therapy called G-therapy. It is believed to have dramatically improved the lives of nearly 5,000 children worldwide and has won appreciation both in the US and UK. Radhika Butala visited Pune to find out more.
Until his 6th birthday, Amit Malade was a normal boy. But in 1994, Amit began to change in disturbing ways.
In the initial stage, his eyelids were falling, and while walking, he was suddenly falling on the earth.
By 1998, Amit could no longer walk, sit, or move his limbs. He spoke with difficulty and often forgot where he was or who his parents were. Amit was diagnosed with a condition called dystonia.
2-3 years we took that medicine, we could not get any results. Thereafter, when we started the G therapy.
6 years later, Amit Malade is almost unrecognizable. Amit can now walk without assistance, even in a straight line. He can read and write and can make coordinated movements. He can even do intricate things like button his shirt, clap his hands, and happily enjoy a treat of milk and biscuits. Amit Malade is not the only one.
Very good boy.
For 9 years of his life, Gaurav Trishul suffered from cerebral palsy. He walked about with difficulty and had little control over the involuntary movements of his face, neck, and other parts. Gaurav was put on a range of conventional treatments before finally trying G-therapy.
He was also going through occupational therapy, physiotherapy, speech therapy. There wasn't any obvious improvement. It was just like a temporary phase. If I stopped levodopa, the movements would increase. If I stopped physiotherapy, again the child would be having the movements.
Gaurav is now a young man of 15. His constant movements have reduced dramatically. A boy who could barely feed himself because of poor eye-hand coordination can now work confidently on a computer. He has completed his 10th standard exams and is planning to take on web designing work from home.
I remember seeing him standing in an assembly with all those children, and this child is not even moving his neck. So that was like an achievement. This G-therapy helped him just control his movements, get on in life.
G-therapy is the brainchild of Dr. Gunwant Oswal, an alternative medicine physician who works out of this clinic in Pune. After researching neurological disabilities for 2 decades, Dr. Oswal invented G-therapy, a therapy which he says defies conventional belief that brain damage cannot be reversed after the age of 6.
The main goal of this G therapy is to improve the children with various developmental disabilities functionally. What I mean when I mean to say functionally means it improves the higher cortical functions of the brain like intelligence, speech, understanding, expressions, emotions, communication, and improve the motor functions of the child.
G-therapy is essentially an Ayurvedic drug therapy. Dr. Oswal's medicines are made of herbal extracts and biochemical salts, which are given in the form of sweet homeopathic pills.
The impulse from the brain center to the peripheral organ is impaired somewhere at the level of central only. So that is stimulated by this medicine.
Large-scale clinical trials proving the effectiveness of G-therapy have not yet been done. So some mainstream neurologists are not totally endorsing G-therapy as yet. But Dr. Oswal has a huge collection of anecdotal evidence in the form of videotapes, which leading neurologists from around the world say show the immense promise of this therapy. Dr. Oswal videotapes each patient's condition before the treatment begins and thereafter at regular intervals.
Start within 4 to 6 weeks. Of course, it varies from child to child. It varies from age to age and from the degree of brain damage.
Dr. Oswal's clinic is packed with new patients. After all, he offers more than just medicine. He offers hope.
Thank you. How are you doing?
Dr. Oswal has presented his research and work at various international fora, including the World Pediatrics Congress in London and the American Academy of Cerebral Palsy. In fact, he is in the process of setting up a neuropathy research center in Pune. Well, time to move on now and check out the latest happenings in the medical world in our news capsule.
Dr. Gunwant Oswal leads the Center for Life Sciences, Health and Medicine, one of the world's largest integrative medicine centers for the treatment of neurological disorders. Dr. Gunwant Oswal graduated with a BAMS degree and integrated course in allopathy and Ayurveda from the University of Pune, India. He is the founder and inventor of G-therapy, neuro-G medicine treatment for neurological disorders, together with his daughter, Dr. Pooja Upasni, who is a Bachelor of Homeopathy, Medicine and Surgery. G-therapy, neuro-G medicine, is based on the integrative system of medicine and developed on the principles of neurophysiology. G-therapy, neuro-G medicine has helped more than 10,000 neurology patients from over 40 countries, including India, USA, UK, Germany, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Argentina, etc., for whom modern medicine offers little by way of treatment. Conditions treated with G-therapy, neuro-G medicine include cerebral palsy, autism, developmental disabilities and neurological genetic disorders, ADHD, learning and intellectual disabilities, SSPE, chronic neuropathies, other neurodegenerative and neurological disorders. Neuro-G medicine presents an important ray of hope for these millions of patients. Dr. Oswal has also found objective evidence suggesting axonal regeneration branching with G-therapy, neuro-G medicine in NCV studies in over 20 cases of chronic degenerative and irreversible neuropathies, perhaps for the first time worldwide. This treatment has also shown significant clinical and EEG improvements in some 40 patients worldwide with the lethal degenerative disease SSPE, where normally there is no chance of recovery, especially in later stage. Dr. Oswal's research has been presented at leading international scientific conferences and featured in the international media. Dr. Oswal collaborates with leading international centers and universities in the research for the treatment of neurological disorders. In a booklet published in May 1999, based on observations on those 2,000 patients, Dr. Oswal had postulated there exists a possibility of a dormant supreme control in the brain which, when stimulated, can initiate recovery in different types of irreversible brain disorders. Recent research at the University of Ottawa, Canada, by other scientists appears to add strength to this hypothesis of Dr. Oswal. Dr. Oswal has a special interest in researching the use of integrative medicine in the treatment of chronic diseases. This includes research on bone marrow depression and chronic ITP, herpes zoster, and backflower remedies. All poor patients in India get free treatment at Dr. Oswal's center.
A doctor from India has arrived in the southeast aiming to convince medics he heals mentally handicapped children with natural remedies. Dr. Gunwant Oswal's trip is being paid for by hundreds of parents who hope he'll be able to use his miracle herbal cure to successfully treat their children.
He's Dr. Gunwant Oswal from India, inventor of a new approach to conditions such as cerebral palsy. It's called the G-therapy and is based on herbal remedies.
Hello, this is Why Me, the programme that tries to help with your medical problems and brings you real-life case studies. And you've had some fantastic